Hey there, everyone! Welcome back to Entertainment Edition, your go-to channel for deep dives into the lives of the world's biggest music icons and celebrities. Today, we're diving into one of the most jaw-dropping, record-shattering, genre-bending stories in modern music history, that of a girl who went from uploading songs with her brother in their bedroom to sweeping the Grammys and redefining pop stardom before she could even vote. Yep, we're talking about Billie Eilish, and more specifically, her meteoric rise at just 17 years old. Buckle up, because this is not your average success story. Let's rewind the tape. Billie Eilish Pirate Baird O'Connell was born on December 18, 2001 in Los Angeles, California. From the very beginning, music was woven into the fabric of her life. Her parents, Maggie Baird and Patrick O'Connell, were both artists themselves. Her older brother, Phineas O'Connell, was already dabbling in music production by the time Billie was in middle school. Now, unlike many pop stars who take the traditional path of reality shows, talent scouts, or big label grooming, Billie's story is refreshingly DIY. At just 13 years old, she and Phineas wrote and recorded a haunting little tune called Ocean Eyes. The song was originally intended for Phineas's band, but when he heard Billie sing it, pure magic. They uploaded it to SoundCloud without any grand ambitions. Just a simple release. But within a matter of weeks, the song exploded. Blogs picked it up, labels started calling, and people were asking, who is this mysterious teen with the whispery voice and hypnotic energy? By the time Billie was 15, she was already signed to Interscope Records' imprint, Darkroom. But unlike the cookie-cutter pop princess image we're used to seeing, Billie was different. She wore oversized clothes, dyed her hair bold colors, and openly talked about anxiety, night terrors, and self-identity. And guess what? The youth resonated with it. In a world of curated perfection, Billie was raw, real, and a little bit dark. Then came her 2017 debut EP, Don't Smile at Me, which included now iconic tracks like Bellyache, Copycat, and I Don't Wanna Be You Anymore. Critics called her the voice of Gen Z, and fans were magnetized by her minimalist beats and poetic lyrics. Oh, and by the way, all of this while she was still in high school. But it was in 2019, when she was just 17 years old, that Billie Eilish didn't just rise, she skyrocketed. In March of that year, she dropped her debut full-length album, When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? And it was nothing short of revolutionary. The album debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200, making Billie the first artist born in the 2000s to top the chart. Not to mention, the album was written, produced, and recorded entirely with Phineas inside their modest home studio in Highland Park. Tracks like Bad Guy, Bury a Friend, and You Should See Me in a Crown weren't just hits, they were culture-shaping. Billie wasn't afraid to experiment with sound, visuals, and lyrics that felt like a Tim Burton movie colliding with an electro-pop dreamscape. And her fans? They didn't just listen, they lived her music. By the end of 2019, Billie had racked up billions of streams, sold-out tours, magazine covers, and she wasn't even 18 yet. Fast forward to the 2020 Grammy Awards. Billie Eilish, now freshly 18, made history. And not just any history. She became the youngest artist ever to win all 4 major Grammy categories in the same year: Best New Artist, Record of the Year, Song of the Year, and Album of the Year. Let that sink in. It's a feat that hadn't been accomplished since Christopher Cross in 1981. And here's Billie, a teenager in neon green hair and a Gucci suit, absolutely owning the biggest night in music. Oh, and she also took home Best Pop Vocal Album and Producer of the Year, went to her brother Phineas. Total sibling domination. The moment was emotional, surreal, and a symbol of how much the industry and the world had changed. Gone were the days when only polished, pristine pop acts ruled the charts. Billie was proof that vulnerability, authenticity, and boundary-pushing artistry could shatter every ceiling. So how did she do it? Let's break down the ingredients of the Billie Eilish phenomenon. 1. Authenticity. Billie never tried to be someone she wasn't. From mental health struggles to her baggy clothes, she stayed true, and it made fans feel seen. 2. Innovative sound. Her music blurred genres. Electropop, trap beats, jazz-like vocal runs, all wrapped in Phineas's crisp, unconventional production. 3. Visual identity. Her music videos were surreal and cinematic. Who could forget her black tears in When the Party's Over? Or the spider crawling from her mouth in You Should See Me in a Crown? 4. Social media mastery. Billie wasn't just on social media, she understood it. She didn't speak to her fans, she spoke with them. From quirky Instagram stories to honest interviews, Billie's digital presence was just as powerful as her vocals. 5. Generational timing. Billie arrived at a time when Gen Z was craving depth, weirdness, and realness. She became the voice of a generation disillusioned with perfection, and she carried that flag proudly. What makes Billie's rise even more astounding is the sheer impact she had before she even turned 18. She inspired a new wave of artists like Girl in Red, Clairo, and Tate McRae to lean into intimacy and honesty. She challenged the fashion world too, redefining what beauty and femininity could look like. She raised awareness about mental health, the environment, and body autonomy, all while navigating her own coming of age. And through it all, she remained grounded, always crediting her team, her family, and most importantly, her fans. So let's take a moment to appreciate the sheer power of what Billie Eilish achieved at 17. She didn't just break records, she rewrote the playbook. She didn't just build a fan base, she built a movement. In an era of filters and facades, Billie reminded us of the strength in being raw, the beauty in being different, and the magic that happens when siblings make music in a bedroom and dare to dream big. Billie Eilish isn't just a superstar. She's a phenomenon, a force, a Gen Z icon whose rise will be studied and admired for decades to come. And guess what? She was just getting started at 17. Thank you for tuning in to Entertainment Edition. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more legendary journeys into the lives of today's biggest music icons. Who do you want us to cover next? Drop your suggestions in the comments. Until next time, stay curious, stay inspired, and stay you.